I somehow read 11 books in January, which seems impossible. I feel like I read nothing and I really spent the entire month doom scrolling. Honestly, I enjoyed everything I read this month. Going in order from my favorite to least favorite, let's get started. I did have 2 5-star reads, starting with Dark Sisters by Christina Meester. Atmospheric, and I felt like the timelines blend together perfectly, and I love the tone switch in between each timeline. A stunning novel, I highly recommend it. Another book that I do believe will be with me for the rest of my life, A Beast Leans Towards Beijing by Alice Evelyn Yang. This is a stunning novel. This was definitely one with a slow start, and I didn't think I would be able to keep track of each timeline, but this is truly a masterpiece, and I do believe that the slow start is well worth it. I did already post my review for Cruelty Free by Caroline Glenn, but I loved this book. I loved this book. I loved how unhinged it was. I love that we get 2 unhinged women who kind of feed off of their craziness. And don't judge me too harshly, but I think that some of the things that happened in this book were a little justified. Not all of it, but some of it. I do. Moving on, Good Intentions by Marissa Waltz. This story is one that's not necessarily super fast paced. It definitely has great pacing. It's one of those when you're like, okay, just one more chapter, because you want to get to the end to figure out what is going on. I really enjoyed this story. I found it to be so engaging, and I liked that this was a different take, a different look at what grief is. And then Rotten Tommy by David Sodergren. I'm finding out that there's not a book by this man that I will not like. Paper Cut by Rachel Taff is a book that I am looking for when I'm asking for cult book recommendations. I thought it was very straightforward. It really reminded me of like the Manson family. And my favorite thing about this book was the jumping between 2 different timelines. Everything was revealed in a way that just keeps you hooked and keeps you guessing and keeps you turning the page. So apparently I was in the mood for an unhinged main character this month because I also read Best Offer Wins, and everyone talks about how unhinged this book was. And when it first started, I'm like, yeah, okay, like it's not that bad. And then our main character really spirals. I mean, she wants this house bad and will do whatever it takes to get that. And I was not expecting it to go in the direction that it did. I was pleasantly surprised by this one. I did find some issues, like the characters felt a little bit flat, but overall this was a good time. And then Root Rot. This is a WTF did I just read kind of book. I'm not 100% sure on what was happening. I do know I had a good time reading it. The Infamous Gilberts by Angela Tomoski. I liked this book. I liked the writing style. The ending just kind of fell flat for me, and with how strong the beginning was, I think it makes it a little bit more obvious. I Will Kill Your Imaginary Friend for $200 by Robert Brockway. This book is definitely a lot of fun and a very unique premise. I will say it began to feel a bit repetitive. I think it's a touch too long, and I felt like the characters, not all of them, I definitely liked one character over the rest of them, but I felt like they were all a little bit flat. I do still recommend this one and will be recommending it in the future. There were some issues that I had with it. And finally, The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. I feel like the story falls flat. Like there's no real climax, nothing really happens. And at the end, I was like, is that it? I am still looking forward to reading book 2, the next book in the series, but it's a good, okay book, if that makes sense. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like this video and follow for more recommendations.